A lot of people felt, if what they say is correct, that you really kind of started to embody Doctor Who. People actually really believed that you were Who, and you would walk around and and children would see you and you were Doctor Who to them. And it almost, I mean, I don't know if you ever felt in the public eye that kind of Doctor Who and Tom kind of started to kind of merge in any way.
Well, yes, they did. I mean, they did merge entirely. I was the man myself, and because I had such a tangled private life, and suddenly it was better to be Doctor Who than to be Tom Baker. And so if I'd been Tom Baker in real life, people might have nodded or not. But as I was Doctor Who, people applauded everywhere. It was incredible, you know, to just go into an off-license and the guy would give me a standing ovation. There'd only be him and me there. And I took to it like a fish to water. It's no use my saying, you know, it just embarrassed me. It didn't. It absolutely delighted me. You know? It was incredible. And people grew as the show became very popular, and I was in it a lot. People began to approach me who were obviously as big fantasies as I was. I was just telling some girls in there, a lady said to me outside the pavilion, "Hello, Tommy." I turned around. Nobody had called me Tommy for 50 years. And this very old lady there, lots of handbags and, not much private life, I don't think. And I said, "Hello." And she said, "Don't you remember me, Tommy?" And I said, "Yes, I do." No, I don't. Were we in a play together? She said, "No." I said, "Well, sorry, I don't remember you." She said, "We used to be married. Don't you remember?" And it was playing, you know, I have still got quite a good memory. And I knew that this couldn't be true. I've remembered all the people I've been married to. I really have. So I said, I went along with this old bird. I said, "Were we happy?" "Oh," she said, "Tom, it was fantastic." I said, "Really?" "Yeah." "Was I passionate?" "Oh, darling," she said, trembling all over like that. All her bags were rattling like that. And I said, "Well, it's nice to remember those days." She said, "Yes, I'm very grateful, Tommy, very grateful, no regrets at all." And I shook hands with her, which is an odd thing to do with an ex-wife, but there you are. And off she went. So my life as Tom Baker was just really rather dreary. I was on a building site, you know. So when I became Doctor Who, there was something unique about the program. Lots of actors know about playing famous heroes, but Doctor Who was so much more powerful than films, because television, being seen in a domestic context, people's guard is down. And when I was doing it, I can't quite remember, in the afternoon it used to go, match of the day or something, Basil Brush, Doctor Who, the two Ronnies, Bruce Forsyth. Amazing thing, you know, which locked us in. And this was in the days, you won't remember, it's not your fault, you won't always be young. This was in the days when television bonded people culturally, because this was before the video recorder. And in those days, television was much more important than it is now, because if you didn't see it in real time, you were out of the loop the next day at work. You couldn't talk about it. So we were bonded in what we adored, and we were very knowledgeable about it, you see. So seemed to me to be more intense, and it seemed to me to be a life. I lived it. I mean, I volunteered to go on lots of PR things because it was more fun being Tom Baker than it was Doctor Who. I mean, it was more fun being Doctor Who than Tom Baker. Tom Baker was just ordinary. But when I was given all these costumes and the sonic screwdriver, I dream about it still.